Tonight's caller asks a question a lot of modern women quietly struggle with, but rarely say out loud. Is my price too high? She's 32, no kids, living independently, and says she wants a provider so she can stay home and raise children. Sounds reasonable on the surface, but once the conversation starts, the gap between what she expects and what she's prepared to offer becomes impossible to ignore. This call breaks down how self-perception, entitlement, and misunderstanding traditional roles collide with real-world dating outcomes, and why the market, not emotions, decides value. Hit like, subscribe, and support Kevin Samuel's original channel to help keep his legacy alive.
Price too high.
I like to get comfy. I've been snuggling up, drinking my glass of wine and water and listening.
But is your price too high?
Oh, is my price too high? I thought you said is my place too hot. Sorry.
No, is your price too high?
I don't think my price is too high.
Okay. Well, what do you want?
Ultimately, I want a man that's a provider.
Okay.
Willing to work.
Okay.
In the beginning, but
all right.
So they're able.
How many kids would you like?
Issues with me. Ideally 3 to 4, but right now I would say at the age that I am, maybe 2.
How old are you?
32. Well, I'll be 32 soon.
Okay. So you want to be a traditional housewife then?
I wouldn't say ultra traditional, but somewhat, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But you want the man to be a traditional provider?
Yes. Ideally, I would like that.
Okay. That sounds like an imbalance.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is base 40.
I don't necessarily think so.
If you need him to be a traditional provider, but he's not getting a traditional housewife, what is he getting that's better than a traditional housewife? Because his responsibility is here. What's he going to get that's here or above?
What does a traditional housewife entail?
Well, you tell me. Because you said you're not one. You picked the right one.
Housewife. I'm just imagining kind of being a slave. So
let me stop you right here. Let me stop you right here. Where are your people from?
My mom's from Trinidad and my dad's from Jamaica. So I see that.
Hold on. We don't need white supremacy racism. And all we got is this: that you think that the women who came before you were slaves.
It's not that necessarily, but just what I'm seeing in the media and just all around me. I see women trying to be this housewife for men, traditional housewife for men, and they're just getting like, can I curse?
Be prepared to be challenged on anything you're going to say, because you tell me in the media, I'm going to ask you what you watch. Excuse me? What are you talking about? When a woman, let's do it. Traditional housewife, what media are you talking about?
So let's, I mean, I don't know. What traditional housewife?
No.
Is being home.
You can't overtalk me. That's how we don't do that.
Okay.
I said traditional housewife. You said no, not traditional housewife. All right. So you was thinking of something, and then you talk about, well, from what I'm seeing in the media. I'm asking you what media. You haven't answered any questions. Okay. What media are you talking about?
Social media.
Where do you see traditional housewives in social media?
Everywhere.
Do you?
Well, I mean, that I know of, just women getting taken care of and not working. No.
So that's what a traditional housewife is: taken care of and not working.
To me, yes.
Oh, okay. So, and that's getting the shit end of the stick?
From what I've seen so far, yes. From what I've seen so far, yes. That's
Right.
why I get your definition of it.
Well, why do you want it?
Why?
Then why do you want a man to take? Then why do you want a man to get out here and work and pay all the bills so you can sit at home?
I didn't necessarily phrase it as that. I said
That's
that
what it is.
I wanted a provider for the
You
most
wanted to be able to work, and you want. I asked the question. I asked the question, so I'm very clear. I asked the question. You don't want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant. You want a man to be a traditional provider. I've said that 3 times.
Okay.
But how we get to it, you don't have to want to be able to, the one carrying the financial family load. You want to be provided for.
Yeah.
And then what is he going to get? Because he's not going to get a traditional wife. What is he going to get?
He's gonna get the love and support that I
You
have.
buy a goddamn dog for that.
Okay.
So you ladies don't want you don't want a fair deal. You ladies want an unfair deal. You want a man to go out and do the things that men have always been expected to do since time immemorial. Yet you don't come to the table wanting to even come and act in good faith. You women like you, I'm gonna talk about you. You come in here talking about a traditional housewife as a slave. And I tell you what, you leave men alone, go get your girlfriend, go buy a dog and live and die by yourself. I get tired of you women talking about men as though we're something to hurt and abuse shit because you watch fucked up social media stories.
Mm-hmm.
Men are tired of having you put this shit on them. If we talked about y'all like this, you call us toxic. If we said traditional housewives some gold diggers, then there'll be all kind of problems.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I mean. You guys are used to talking about men in some of the foulest ways. Then say you want them.
Okay.
So let's take it down. What do you want to stay home with your kids?
I absolutely do want to stay at home with my kids up until a certain age. Yeah.
Then where are they going to go after what age?
I was thinking maybe kindergarten.
And if you have 4 children, that means you'll be out of the workforce for at least 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do for a living?
I'm currently a flight attendant.
Flight attendant.
Mm-hmm.
So, being gone out of the workforce for 10, 12 years, think you're going to be able to go back to be a flight attendant at 50?
It's possible, but ideally I would.
Right. So, in other words, your husband, if you had 4 kids, he would have to carry the load because even if you sent the kids away to school after the youngest is in kindergarten, you just sitting at home by yourself. Ain't that something? As I said, so like I said 10 minutes ago, why does he have to go out and work and you get to sit on your butt at home? That don't sound like slavery to me. That sounds like luxury.
Yes. The way you put it, yes, it does.
It's not the way I put it. We just talked through your example.
I can see from that viewpoint. But I also had a question before we go further.
I want to answer, but I didn't get to ask my questions about this scenario.
Okay.
Do you have a cookbook?
Do I have a cookbook?
Nope.
No, but I
No, so you can't. So you can't cook. So basically,
who said that?
I said that you can't. A woman who can cook. I come from cooking people. Women see traditional housewives understand that their province is the home.
Yes.
This is what I mean. So what I mean is, you can follow recipes. That means somebody else has to decide what the food for your family is.
Mm-hmm.
The most important thing is the food for the family, and you can't even be responsible for that. Someone else has to do it. You'll follow it. So why don't your husband go get the woman who made the recipe?
Okay.
What do you bring into the table?
That's a valid point.
So this is what I mean.
That's a valid point.
When you ladies don't even bring, it's
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
well, you don't even bring the basic stuff. It's like
Okay.
you're like if you had 4 kids, you'd be the 5th one.
So what are the basics? This is what I really want to know. What are the
Okay.
basics for you?
Well,
as a housewife?
first of all, good faith.
Mhm.
Good faith. Not first of all, I think you need to go back and understand what it means to be a woman and a wife. Because if
Mhm.
you come in through saying slave, I really got nothing to talk about when we say shit like that.
I think you need to hear where I'm coming from, but I want you to continue before I explain that.
Go ahead.
No, I want you to continue before I explain.
Well, coming from a place of good faith, meaning that a man is something that value,
Hmm.
meaning that the most important duty or responsibility a woman has on the planet is her children and her family. You don't want to have anybody else raising your kids, feeding your kids. You're supposed to take pride in these kind of things.
Yeah.
You are supposed to be proud about it.
I,
Calling a recipe used to be insulting to women. They made their own recipes, but that's when women taught each other how to cook. So you're supposed to write in recipes to recipe books, not just looking on the back of a box. But you didn't. But sadly, many women today don't know how to do this stuff. Went to school, got an education, pretty much like a guy that was gender neutral, and you're out here working. And then you want a man to come along and do what men have done for hundreds of years, but you're not even qualified to do what the women you used to call slaves did with joy.
I'm not calling them slaves necessarily. I'm just saying, depending on who they were married to,
Now you can give me all the horror stories
they were
you want to.
slaving.
Okay, who? Who?
I can say that my mom was slaving. I can say that my mom had slaved for my dad.
Let me ask you a question.
She was working full
in this
time.
country, when a man and a woman break up in this country, what percentage of the time do women leave financially devastated?
I don't know.
They don't. Men are the ones that leave financially devastated. 90+% of the time, custody goes to the wife. Half of the man's stuff that he had before. You need to go get familiar with it. This is why so many men are avoiding marriage because
So, okay.
Women today are filing. We have a 50+% divorce rate, and women file divorce 8 to 9 times out of 10. It's because women have a financial incentive to file for divorce.
Mhm.
Well, I don't look at Hollywood marriages, but you don't typically see women having to move back in with their mother because their husband got the home and the kids. This happens all the time with men. So, but your mother had the slave. Is your mother still married to your father?
She is.
Uh-huh. Would she call herself a slave?
I don't know. I could ask her, but I don't.
How long have they been married?
About 32 years. They got married right before they had me.
Thank you very much. See, what you said to me, what reminds me of so much of what happened with silent generation and baby boomers. The baby boomer generation, my mother's generation, looked down upon their mother and their grandmother's generation because they had to slave for their husbands and do all sorts of kind of stuff. And then they realized that when they got to be later in life, that they had failed as women. They realized that every other generation of women up to them had done their jobs. They were the generation that spent all the money, sold the family houses. They're the most selfish generation that ever lived. And the ones that are still alive will tell you, we have failed as women because they're my parents. They made a generation of harder women and softer men, all because they looked upon what their mothers did as being beneath them because they got a little funky piece of education, a little bit of government assistance, and were told that you were better than your man in the civil rights struggle. Only group of women that actually looks at the women past them as fools. But yet, now you're the most educated. You make more money. You're more educated than the previous groups of women. You have more options, opportunity. You're freer than ever been, and you're the most unhappy group of black women that ever existed.
I don't feel that way because
the stats say that though. You don't feel that way. The stats say that though. 1 in 4 of you will marry in a lifetime.
Should these auto-transforming glasses be made illegal in Canada? All glasses have this tiny flaw. We fixed it. You see, the lenses inside prescription glasses all have fixed diopters, which work, but only for one job. We all know reading glasses help you see up close, and glasses for distance help you see far away. But what if you could have a pair that could let you see crystal clear at any distance? That's exactly what we've invented at Clarity Blue. We created a unique dual lens technology that automatically adjusts to what you're looking at. So it doesn't matter whether you're near or farsighted, or both, these glasses let you see sharp at any distance. These are called Clarity Blue glasses, and they're nothing like regular glasses. The dual focus lenses auto-adjust to adapt to your specific vision. Now, this is a game changer because 1, it means you're done with switching glasses all the time. 2, they also block 99.9% of harmful blue light emanating from digital screens, like your smartphone, laptop, tablet, or TV. So you can say goodbye to eye strain and headaches. And 3, the lenses darken automatically when exposed to sunlight, so they basically turn into sunglasses in bright daylight. In other words, it's like having 3 pairs of glasses in one. And that's not only practical, it looks extremely cool as well. If I'm reading a recipe up close or driving my car, they just shift on their own. I can see far, I can see near. No switching glasses, no hunting around the house for the right pair. My team and I have worked on the lens design for years, and throughout the process, we've made countless prototypes. It took years to refine the dual lens technology and tweak the ergonomics until we got it 100% right. The first time I put them on, everything looked sharper, clearer, brighter. I could focus longer too, no more squinting or rubbing my eyes all day. It doesn't matter if you're farsighted, nearsighted, or both. They adapt to your specific eyesight, ranging from -10 to +10 diopters. It's like getting perfect vision, on demand. All our Clarity Blue glasses are made right here in Canada. Durable, high-quality materials, and every pair undergoes rigorous quality testing to ensure it's perfect to be shipped out. We're proud to say that at Clarity Blue, we have a 4.9 and a 5-star rating for our web shop and customer service. If that's not enough, we have over 200,000 satisfied customers worldwide who have already tried Clarity Blue glasses and have shared their experience.
They look great, they're lightweight. Ordering from Clarity Blue was super easy. Everything came fast and the whole experience was just smooth.
Clarity Blue glasses solves one of the biggest limitations of traditional lenses, which is fixed focus. What I like most is how natural they feel when you wear them. Your eyes don't have to work as hard, and that makes a real difference over a full day. It's something I'd happily recommend.
So if you've been curious about Clarity Blue glasses, honestly, now is the perfect time to try them. Right now you can grab a pair for 50% off. For under $40, you get...
Okay.
You said I don't want to be a slave, and you said basically you said your mama's slave.
Yes, because I see and hear the way that my father treats my mother, and I know that she deserves better.
Oh, you need to stay in your place. You need to stay in your place
In my place, how?
as a child. That's your mama, but that's his woman. You need to stay in your place. And that's one of the main problems we have in the Black community. We got kids judging grown relationships. You don't have any children, do you?
No, I don't have any children.
Well, that's my point. You're judging your mother and father from a kid's standpoint, not that they're just individuals. You don't know what your mama does behind closed doors to your daddy, but your mama knows enough to have her ass in a marriage. She got more than you do.
What's that?
A husband.
Okay.
How many siblings you got?
I have 4 brothers, 4 stepbrothers, well, half brothers, and 1 like other brother who we have.
How many children your mother have?
All 6 of us.
How many children do your father have?
Just the 2. Well, now.
So, hold on.
Yeah.
So let's stop. Hold on. Pump the brakes.
Mm-hmm.
Your biological father
Yes.
went with your mother and raised kids from another man.
Yes.
No.
Later on.
Ma'am, I don't need your interpretation. The biology is all I'm concerned with. Your mother had children from another man?
Yes.
How many men?
My mother had children from another man. 2 other men.
2 other men. So your mama has 3
Before
baby daddies.
met my father.
So she's reproduced with 3 men.
Yes.
So your father accepted your mother, who had reproduced with 2 other men, and she hadn't been married to those men, right?
Correct.
Right. He sounds like a goddamn superhero as far as I'm concerned.
Oh Lord.
Are y'all not hearing this? This woman's talking like her mother is some slave and her father stepped in to rape. No, ma'am.
Waving.
This is why I say stay in your place as a child, because that man stepped in and did something he didn't have to do for your mama.
That is true. But at the moment, that wasn't even a factor. Until years later. But the main reason that I came on was honestly, I had a few questions. I wanted to know, how do women determine if our price is too high? How do we determine that?
Man, the low level lack of respect and contempt that you seem to have for men, black men in particular.
I don't think I have a low level and lack.
Man, I'm telling you what I'm experiencing.
Okay.
You can think what you want. I'm telling you what I'm experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a pretty accurate judge of character. Pretty accurate judge. You said slave. You judge your mother as a slave. You talked about stuff that you cannot substantiate. You have nothing to back up. Your mama is married to a man of 32 years who took her in with 3 children from 2 different men. I would almost bet that she says thankful that she has this man, regardless as to what you think you saw. You think what you saw is what you saw.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in a kid's place and stop judging your grown parents. Because what are you doing at your life? Because you right now, there's no, if your price is too high, you judge your price. Let me answer the question. That's how you answer the question. That's all I
5'7".
dress size.
Sorry?
Dress size.
Dress size, I would say about a 10.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
170.
So you weigh more than a man at your height.
Some men. Oh, at my height.
At your height.
Maybe.
5'7"? Yeah, the average height of an American man is 5'10", the average weight is 168. You weigh more than a man. So that lowers your value. And where would you judge yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Just your face, you can't use 7.
Just my face? I would definitely say I'm an 8, 9.
Okay. Beyonce is an 8, Kelly Rowland's a 9.
Okay.
Do you put yourself there?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
With the world in chaos, what's really needed is someone to finally make sense of human seemingly mad behavior, which is actually what Australian biologist Jeremy Griffith, who I consider to be the newest Charles Darwin, has done in this incredible interview. His world-saving breakthrough presents the redeeming and psychologically healing understanding of ourselves, which is the fundamental paradigm shift we need to save the human race.
I'm completely shocked after watching this interview to see a scientist finally explain the human condition and fix the world. It's utterly astonishing.
What you will hear is really the most amazing talk that has ever been heard.
This interview left me speechless. It's bigger than natural selection and the theory of relativity.
I believe this is the most sensational information to ever appear on planet Earth.
So you just need to listen to this interview.
When I saw the interview, the way he put it in the science that was presented, a light bulb instantly went off, and I was like, oh, wow, that's the absolute answer.
When I watched that interview, my mind was just blown. I honestly believe this is how we are going to be saving the human race from running themselves into extinction.
Incredibly lucky to be alive at a time when this information has come about.
Jeremy Griffith is an extraordinary biologist with such clear thinking in finding out who we are and what we are and why we are here.
This should be taught in any question that you've ever had in your life. It will answer it for you.
When I watched the interview, my mind was blown away, like instantly. There's no dogma. There's no sort of like belief system. There's no you must believe this or something like that. No, it's just use your mind, and you have to just think. And I was like, wow, this makes absolute sense. This makes absolute sense.
It just finally makes sense of the contradiction in ourselves and in the world. It's just unbelievable.
Listen to the man's interview, and everyone that has taken my advice come back going, oh my gosh, I have never learned so much in my life. It answered so many questions that I've always had.
I was quite skeptical, but it was free. And I remember being really touched because they didn't even ask my email address or anything like that.
No hidden agenda. When I saw the website the first time, I thought, and there'll be, you pay 500 or something. But I didn't find anything about paying, just pure information, wanting to save the world.
We are so skeptical that people claim these sorts of things, and saving the world is like, I heard this before, then it's always a hoax. It's never true. Go there and follow the logic, and one step after the other, and you will just see it all stacks up perfectly. It is the truth about us humans. It is absolutely wonderful, shocking also. It's extremely shocking.
It deals with the core of life, how we can understand things at the core, so we could move forward with a fuller understanding.
There's such an impoverishment of spirit now prevailing really globally, of the human heart, mind, soul struggling to make sense of its life world. And now with Jeremy Griffith's work, we can make sense of the life world, which is, well, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Jeremy's scientific explanation of the human condition is what people need. It's what the world needs.
Solves the anguish, the anger, the selfishness, the indifference in humans. Nothing will be solved if we don't deal with the human condition. If we deal with the human condition, it solves everything.
People have been scratching around for hundreds, thousands of years trying to work it out. And then here comes Jeremy Griffiths and explains it. So it makes perfect sense.
So you need to stop and listen to this interview.
Old Spice Super Hydration keeps me 24/7 moisturized and smells like a Fiji vacation.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, sorry, gotta go. Your mom. You just wanted my advice.
Why doesn't anyone ask me for skincare advice? Look, this is vitamin B3, skin conditioners.
Old Spice has all that stuff.
Can I try some?
Oops, looks like we're out of Old Spice.
Have you ever done any modeling?
No.
Okay. No?
No.
So if you're an 8 or a 9, you should be getting 8 or 9 outcomes.
I should be getting 8 or 9 outcomes.
Yeah. You're a flight attendant, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right. So that means you interface with men nationwide.
Yeah.
If you're an 8 or a 9, someone would have taken you off a plane by now and put a ring on you.
Okay.
I'd give you a 6.
Oh, all right.
You're cute. But you're not pretty, beautiful, or gorgeous. I give you a 6. That's not an insult, man. You're cute.
Oh, no, I'll take it as an insult.
But the fact that you put yourself as an 8 or a 9, you're overestimating yourself based upon if I just said Kelly Rowland, Beyonce, you say that you think that if I put 1,000 men, they would say all these things are similar. That's what you think.
And you're basing this just on faith.
Yes. If I put your face in a lineup with Kelly Rowland and Beyonce, and I just put them in front of 1,000 American men, they'd say, yep, these women are all similar.
Yeah. I think so.
No.
I mean, I had a long day. I'm tired, so.
What? You had to do what?
I had a long day. I'm tired, and they wear makeup. If I had makeup on.
Ma'am, I'm now here's the thing. This is where, as a professional image consultant, I do this in real life. I look past makeup. I look past surgical enhancements. I'm looking at you, fresh face, natural hair, and that's what I judge on.
Okay.
When I look at them too, before and after. And no, ma'am, you're cute, but you're not on the level of Beyonce or Kelly Rowland at 8, 9, or 10. And it's fair to say you've not had those outcomes in life. You don't have men who are looking for those kind of women trying to wife you. I mean, you said ain't nobody trying to take you off an airplane. Those women get snapped up, and you're 32, 34.
I'm 32. Well, about to be 32.
So those women like that, 8, 9s, or 10s, don't tend to make it past 23 single. They typically get snatched up.
Okay.
And this is before any kind of personality. This is just strict. So, and the reason we're here, you talk about putting your price too high. One, you have an overestimation of your actual level of your overall sexual marketplace value. At 5'7", you should be closer to about 135 pounds. That's size 4.
That's right for me.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear what you think.
Right now,
I don't want to hear what you think.
low.
Okay, I don't want to hear. But see, so people understand. As a professional image consultant who does this in real life, who's done it for modeling agencies and casting agencies, I'm talking to a flight attendant who's telling me what's too low.
Yeah,
You weigh more than a man. It's not too low. Go back into your family album and look at the women about 1920, 30, 40, 50. Go back onto a program called Soul Train and look at the women in the 70s who were 5'7", and you will see they were dress size 4, 6. Go look at Thelma on Good Times. She was a perfect example of a 4. You weigh more than a man at your height.
I don't want to look thick. I don't want to look thick.
And this is why so many women's price is too high. No amount of logic, reason, discernment, when you believe you're whatever, man. The average woman puts on 30 to 50 pounds in pregnancy. If you got pregnant today, you bloomed to 200 pounds, maybe 220. And then after the first kid, you're not going to drop all the baby weight. If you actually have 4 kids, a guy will probably be looking at a woman 220, 230 when you're all done. See, the average black woman today weighs more than the average black man at her height. And you can't tell you nothing about weight. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No physician, no professional can tell you a goddamn thing about it. You know better than everybody. But show me the outcomes.
Ramadan Mubarak. Despite you seeing it little, its impact on the ground is really high. Humanity in Gaza continues to provide services, education, orphan care for thousands, hot meals, clean water.
So we talk about weight.
Sorry.
We talk about weight. We talk about weight. That is a component. Then we talk about, your overall look, there is a subjective component to looks, but there's an objective component to looks too. And objectively, when I listen to a woman who would say, I know Kelly Rowland, Beyonce, they've been on the cover of People or Cosmopolitan as the most beautiful women in the world, you're putting yourself up there saying that, yes, People or Cosmo could put me up as one of the most beautiful women in the world, and that would make sense. That's what you're effectively saying over and over again. And that simply does not hold water in the world I live in. You're free to believe it. You're free to think that. But if you think that, of your estimation of your look, and if you think what you said is an estimation of your physique, then you're going to have your price way up here. Versus if you was more in line with what most people see. That's one of the main reasons price is too high. And that's before we get into anything regarding femininity, cooperation, agreeableness, actual wifely skills, anything like that. That's just straight aesthetics.
I completely understand what you're saying in regard to that. But like I said, my main question was, how do women determine if their price is too high?
Well, I just
Right. I mean,
well, that's normally not the. We don't suffer from a world of women who think their value is too low. We suffer from a world of women who think their value is too high. How do you judge it? On the outcomes. The kind and caliber of men that you think you want or qualify for, are they trying to make you their wife? Yes or no? Do the kind and caliber of men that you think you want, are they actively trying to make you their wife?
not that's just
Um, I think, like again, if you were selling a car, you could think your car is worth whatever you put out on a lot. The public gets to decide. Men decide, and um, it's not a matter of women knowing; it's a matter of women accepting. And what this interaction has proven is demonstrated more than anything else is far more women, sadly today, are more like you, not willing to accept and, and something that doesn't line up with what they believe or want to believe. And I mean, it doesn't matter what scale I gave you about the look. You still said, "Yeah, I put myself up there with them." I'm like, okay, well, I mean, delusion is allowed, but I mean, it is. Delusion is allowed. You're allowed to say whatever, um, uh, but it doesn't. But after this is all said and done, when you're out in the world responds to what it is. So when you're out on the flights and you fly from here to there, the men who are sitting in first class or whatever, the men who actually are the kind of caliber of men that can afford to live the kind of lifestyle you want to, they're not checking for you. They don't see you. That's just from a look standpoint. Then there's a whole thing about your energy. And, and that comes into your attitude and the conversations we've had. I'm quite sure a lot of people don't play this. Because that whole slavery thing, it's like, why do you even want a man? Because you don't really, because you haven't talked highly about any man. Like there was anything a man does outside of being a wallet.
you got that from what I said.
Judge based on the comments or what other people say. Don't judge me. Judge based on the comments or what other people say in the video. If you think if I'm misinterpreting, I challenge you. When this video is posted, go read what men are saying.
Okay.
Go read what the men are saying.
I mean, I could
I
read
mean, you came on here for a reason. I'm giving you time and time and time, and I'm telling you what I'm getting from you. What I'm getting from you is a woman who has a low estimation of men.
When the doors closed last time, people went nuts. By popular demand, we are opening the doors up again to join our AI Amplifier Club for $1. Yes, $1. And we're going to donate that dollar to Feeding America. Let me tell you real quick what the AI Amplifier Club is. This is the #1 community on the planet to learn AI, to go from confused and overwhelmed to confident and secure, to get reviews and training and prompts and a monthly live training with a professional, with weekly trainings from our partner, Igor Pagani. Tony and I have 76 years in business and helping people succeed. Igor, we believe, is the top AI educator, and we combined forces. We partnered. So now you get the best of both worlds in one community. This guy knows how to take really complicated stuff and make it pragmatic and practical. And you have the opportunity to get instant wins, instant playbooks, tactics, strategies, hacks, monthly training, all in a community that you could test drive now for $1. Community like this out on the internet, people are paying $197, $297 a month. The least expensive we found that was solid was $97 a month. You get a 30-day trial. And at the end of 30 days, if you love it, you stay for $37 a month. If you don't love it, you click one button and donate that dollar to feed. Guess what? We are not leaving the doors open for long. This dollar trial. This is to say, sorry you missed the doors closed on the first time, but you don't want to miss this one. Go give it a test drive for $1. Donate that to Feeding America. We've already provided over 2 million meals. See for yourself. You won't want to be plugged into any other community, any other group in the world than this. Hurry up before it's gone.
I said, what I'm getting from you is a woman who has a low level lack of respect and contempt for men. I'm very clear on what I said. Okay, you're shaking your head.
Agree with that.
I don't care what you agree with. But I'm telling you how I see. See, this is when you close it down, and this is what I'm telling you how I experience you.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to accept it, but I'm telling you that's how I experience you. I have no dog in this fight. I have no reason to down you or up you. I'm telling you what I've experienced from what you said, the things you said, the examples we walked through, and it's become worse as we've gone on, not better. So the more we've dialogued, it hasn't improved. It's gotten worse.
Okay.
So you can shake your head and dig your heels in. I'm telling you, no. And if you really want to know, go back to your exes and ask them what it was like to be with you.
Okay.
Go interview them and say, what is it like to be with me? How did you experience me? And if they can risk being honest with you, take it. Because at the end of the day,
I would actually love that.
and the thing is that, but at the end of the day, you got to go out into this marketplace, and the men in the marketplace will be some of the same men that see the video. You have to look what the market says. And if the market comes back saying, "Hey, Kevin, you're wrong, man. She's a dime piece, and I'll take her, man. I'll make her $500. Shoot, let her know where you flying to, sis. I'll take you." But if they're saying, "Nah, man, she's a little rough around the edges. I don't know. I didn't like that, this or that." What are you gonna do? Write them all off as being cracks? Are they all hurt, Because I know how that works. You don't. If you see something you don't like, you can, oh well, whatever. They're all mad, don't like women, whatever. At the end of the day, what we do know is the kind and caliber man you would need to facilitate the lifestyle you have or want. You don't have them actively vetting you to be a wife. That's one thing we do know. And that is an accurate estimation of what he is right now. All right. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye bye.
Okay.
Have a good night.
You too.
Okay. Bye bye.
This conversation hits a nerve because it exposes a contradiction people don't like sitting with. Everyone wants growth, Commitment doesn't mean anything if it dissolves the moment of better opportunity.
I had actually never built a website before, but Fiverr had exactly what I needed. For us to go from idea to market in 3 months was unheard of, and we could not have done it without Fiverr freelancers. Go to fiverr.com and start scaling your business.
Valentine's romance advice. Nothing says I love you like I booked us a beach vacation here, and your mom's got the kids.
Welcome back to my channel. Tonight's caller is 36 years old and says she wants marriage, children, and a traditional lifestyle, but with one major condition. She doesn't want to pay any bills at all. She believes a high-earning man should fully provide while she brings looks, availability, and the willingness to be a housewife. But as Kevin starts asking the hard questions, income reality, percentages, profession, and what she actually brings to the table, the conversation quickly exposes a massive gap between expectations and reality. Hit like, subscribe, and make sure you support Kevin Samuel's original channel to help keep his legacy alive.
All right, Onique, what's going on? You know that's too damn long to be. Come on, I'm like, I don't want to do this. All right, how old are you again? 20, 29?
No, I'm 36.
36, okay. I talk to a lot of people. Okay, 36. What's going on with you?
Okay, so basically, I always wanted to get married, but just being serious with someone, I don't know, maybe till like about 32, I just didn't think about it. I just was just still having fun.
Okay.
And
What does that mean?
Just dating, casually dating people, not necessarily having sex with them.
Okay.
But of course, everyone wants to have sex.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm playing football and I'm trying to pass the goal without doing it in a way sometimes.
So you're robbing me.
Just a little.
Not a little. I mean, this is where you ladies got to start. See, what men want to hear from y'all is the truth.
Yeah. Well, I'm giving it to you.
Well, because you know you want a man to spend his time, attention, resources on you, and the whole deal is sex. How would you feel if on payday they played football with your ass?
No, okay, look it. This is what I'm saying. But guys that you're just dating, I don't want to. I'd want to say after I go on a few dates with you, then I might want to have sex with you, but I just don't want to have sex with you. Huh?
Bullshit. Bullshit. You're a grown woman. You're a grown woman. Okay, we're gonna be honest. We're gonna be honest. You're a grown woman. You're not a virgin, and you and I both know that a woman makes up her mind whether or not she wants to have sex with me. You know if you're gonna have sex with me or not.
Okay,
hold on. No. Okay, no. It doesn't play over here. You're 36. You're not 22. This part, and see, you're not listening. This is why men are walking away from marrying and dealing with y'all because you're not honest. There are men you have slept with and didn't require 3 or 4, 5 dates. All right, then that's the bottom line. That's the base price. And to men, it's like if he can get it for this price, why do I have to do all this? That's why I say, ladies, do not go out on date number 1 with a man that you are not sexually attracted to. Do not go on date number 1. Don't go out there talking about our date to see if I like you. French toast that. Keep your ass at home. Don't take his money. Ask all the questions you need to do. Because if you go out with us, we're expected to smash.
Okay, look it. I'm gonna give you an example. I have dated and dealt with people that I didn't actually were attracted to them when I first met them. But as I got to know them, I did become attracted to them. So that can happen too.
This is what women do. They play games with the possibility of sex. The guys you went out with, were you paying all the bills? You paying for everything 100%? No.
No.
Then it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I mean, you sit there
Not
and say,
saying
well,
not saying that I expect for them to pay all the time because I'm a nice girl. I'm from California. You know, we're
it has nothing to
not
do with being family. It's not, no. Look, did you grow up with your father?
my father died when I was 11 years old.
Well, you should have heard this somewhere in your life. Don't accept nothing from a man that you don't expect to do something for.
Yeah.
Dust is always in the air, and cleaning it, oh, it's the worst. So get a Swiffer duster. It captures dust in one swipe without lifting a thing. Trap and lock 3 times more dust. Oh yeah, you'll love Swiffer or your money back.
Mothers are pretending they're not hungry, so their children can eat the little that is there. Alhamdulillah, humanity is on the ground inside Gaza, providing hot meals for iftar and suhoor. Ongoing support for over 5,000 orphans who have lost their parents. Be the blessing that fills an empty iftar table, that feeds an orphan. My brothers and sisters, this Ramadan, be the blessing for Gaza.
So what you're talking about, well, no, what you're talking about, see, this is why so many women in your age range are going to be destined to be alone because you're still trying to pretty it up. What you did was you ran game, you hustled, and you deceived dudes. And then you wonder why these guys get out here and become mean and fuck boys. Because they run into women like you playing games.
Okay, so
What-
then from here
What's wrong with being upfront and saying, I'm not sexually attracted to you, I'm not going to go on a date with you? What's wrong with just doing that?
nothing, because sometimes, you know, I mean, I'll just say, no, thank you, I'm not interested. I say that. And some guys, they might be mad.
Now,
Now, I
but you didn't do it
now.
then.
I didn't know how. I didn't have the knowledge to do that.
Okay, but you did know they wanted to have sex.
Yes. Who doesn't? I mean, it's kind of like,
But you weren't. That's the point.
yeah, I didn't want to.
Well, see, that's the point. I want you guys to understand. Women know we want to have sex. They want to have sex. But see, what they do is you sit around and say, well, he accepted the date. He didn't have to do it. If you had a son, would you want somebody to treat your son that way?
No, but I will.
Then that's it. There's no but. See, anything you say before but is bullshit. And here's the thing: you're still in the dating market, right? Do you want to be married one day?
I want to have kids and get married, but we'll
All right.
see.
Well, the way you're coming across is your mindset is still where it was.
Yeah.
It's a chameleon rebel. And men pick up on this kind of stuff because it is you do not get, how tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
Your son's?
A 2.
So a woman who is cute, over 30, single, childless, crazy. That's what because you have run across plenty of suitable men. And you've gotten to be this age and unmarried with no kids. And that's what men think. So I think is what you want, cool. How do you plan on getting what you want?
Well, now I'm just putting myself out there a little bit more
To do what?
than what I was in the past. I was so. At one point, I just wanted to date an athlete or a basketball player or a rapper or something. I would only try to be, you know, in the area or go to clubs, try to meet those type of people. But now I'm much more open. I guess open, and I don't know. I don't want to say I'm settling, but I'm just more open. I'm more
Really? Did you go to
mature.
college? Did you go to
Huh?
college? Did you
Yeah,
hold the phone steady?
I
Could you
went to
just
school.
could you hold the
Cal
phone
State
steady?
LA.
Huh?
I went to Cal State LA.
Okay, could you just hold the phone steady because it's moving over? Could you set it down
Oh,
so it doesn't move? Because I don't know if you ladies hear what you're men.
over here.
Go ahead, take your time.
Okay.
You got a book or something you can set it down?
Yeah, I'm doing my best because I really didn't expect to get on here, and I was relaxing watching TV, and I'm just so surprised.
Okay, but
Oh,
see,
there.
all right, wherever happened to it. Seemed like you just disconnected. All right, here's what men hear.
There I am.
Here's what men hear. I'm 36 years old. I used to run around. I used to run around and want to have athletes and entertainers, and you weren't doing it just because they're great guys. It was because of their resources and their attention.
All of the above.
Right. So now, and then you not even. So, man, you're coming across as a manipulative woman. You know men want to have sex. You're going out with me you're not sexually attracted to. Just because you had sex with one guy that you weren't initially sexually attracted to, y'all aren't honest. You don't enter into good faith, and then you get to be 36 and you say you want to have kids and all this other stuff. And here's what men are saying. All right, I need to know about her mindset. And what you're saying is I put myself out there. But what are you putting out there?
Like, look, what else do they want me to put? I mean, like, I can talk to somebody for so long, and my brain or whatever, but after a while, they can't see. I can't see. So, anyways, I might not like them like they like me. I might be a little more sweeter than what they thought I was. They might have thought I was a mean bad girl, but really I'm not. So you just never know. Or then I thought I met somebody that I really was interested in that was in the music industry. But come to find out, he wanted to date girls that made more money than him.
Febreze. When you host, your bathroom can feel like a revolving door. Keep things fresh with Febreze Bathroom. No batteries, no outlets needed. This air freshener fights odors for 45 days. So even after every flush, you know your bathroom smells amazing. Pair with Charmin toilet paper.
Grammarly's proactive automatic writing suggestions are great, but sometimes you just want to tell Grammarly how to help. Good news? You can. As you write, you can click Grammarly here to get on-demand generative AI assistance. You can compose writing from scratch by typing a prompt and insert it directly where you're writing. Rewriting text works the same way. Highlight some text and type a prompt describing how you want to change it. Tone, style, length, you name it, Grammarly does it. You can also use Grammarly as a brainstorming partner. With a prompt, get ideas and guidance to break you out of writer's block. Finally, Grammarly displays one-click suggested prompt buttons most relevant to you for extra inspiration. And that's how Grammarly's generative AI keeps you in your flow. Download Grammarly for free and see it for yourself.
I asked you basically what are you putting out there? And you said your look.
What else am I supposed to look? I mean, what else am I supposed to put out there?
Okay, let's go with that. How many kids do you want to have?
2, or I'll be fine with 1.
Can you turn off the TV or whatever? Who's that? It's a background noise.
My friend talking that wants to be a part of it too.
No.
Alrighty, tell me about your boyfriend. He was talking to that.
I have a boyfriend, but I mean, he's a boyfriend. We not married. So that means I'm still single.
That's true.
No, I'm single. If I'm not married, I'm single. No, we not. Am I
That,
right or wrong?
that's not your boyfriend, is it?
No.
All right. Do you have another room you can go into?
Yes.
Why don't you go? Why don't you do that? Legit.
Okay. The lights still on the rig?
Mm-hmm. Alrighty then.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, we're trying to figure that one out.
Okay, there we go.
All right. So yes, if you're not married, you're single.
Yeah. Period.
Okay. But you said you want to have 2 kids.
Yes.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant and married with the first child?
No, that's why I never had kids before.
I'm talking about after you're married.
No.
If you're married, do you want to have to work?
No.
Okay.
No.
Stop. Turn off your comments or whatever so you can focus on the conversation. I'm trying to have a conversation.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
What percentage of the family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime? For your 2 kids and your husband, what percentage of the overall family financial load? I mean, do you want your kids to be able to go to college if they want to?
Yes.
Do you want to be able to travel nationally and internationally with your family?
Yeah, well, I already had traveled by myself, but yes.
Okay.
If I did have a husband,
Ma'am,
yes, I don't want to have to pay for anything if I'm
Okay, so you want to be a housewife?
Yes.
Okay. Were you raised to be a wife?
My grandma's and my mom was.
That's a yes or no. That's a yes or no.
Yes.
Your mother was a housewife?
Yes.
Your father died at what age?
My father died when he was.
When
30.
you were what age? When you were what age?
I was 11, but my mom never married my dad. She married my stepdad. So when I was born, I first knew my stepdad before I knew my dad.
How many children did your mother have? How many children? Any sisters?
I have 3 sisters. They all have kids.
Excuse me.
Except me.
Excuse me. It's 4 girls?
5. 3 girls, 1 boy.
So your mother, but they're not married?
One of my sisters is my younger sister.
But the other ones aren't? The ones that aren't married have children?
Uh-huh.
So ma'am, were they raised in a household with you?
Yep.
Then you weren't raised to be a housewife.
I'm the oldest. I don't know. I didn't do what they did. They didn't do what I did. I did everything separate and different.
Ma'am, don't get defensive.
Oh, I understand what you're saying.
Well, do you think you're moving like a woman who's a housewife?
Why not?
That's not no. You don't answer a question with a question. I asked you a question. Do you think you're moving like a woman who's a housewife?
Yes. I take care. I have.
Is that house a cave?
No, listen.
You're moving like a damn barbarian. There's no listen, ma'am. You're talking about you went around. You were grouping for athletes. You manipulated dudes. You got a boyfriend now, and now you want to be a housewife, and all you bring to the table is your looks. And I'm just going with it. But how much is a man going to have to pay your 36-year-old self to be a housewife? How much you going to have to make to take care of you and 2 kids?
Whatever it is to maintain the life.
What state do you live in?
I have 2 residents. I live in Texas, and I also live in Los Angeles. And I pay both my rents by myself. My boyfriend has.
Fucking congratulations. I don't care if you can do what adults do. I'm really doing my best, man, but you're about to make me go there.
I want
this is because of your attitude. I need you to chill out. 5 seconds.
Okay.
This is not a good place to be in. I'm trying to have a conversation with you. But you're over here trying to cap or whatever. And I don't do that. I asked you how much would a man need to make to provide for you and 2 children. annually?
Probably about 200,000.
In what state?
California, both in California.
Man, no way, no way. I just left LA. A slice of two slices of pizza and a soda is $17.
Well, where were you?
No, ma'am. I was in LA. Look, ma'am, I do this for. Listen, this is part of the problem. You ladies don't know how much it costs to be a man in charge of stuff. $200,000 in LA? No way. You want upper class children. Each one of your children is going to cost around $480,000 to raise. That's almost $1 million worth of kids. Plus, you don't plan on doing anything. And he has to pay all your bills, all your things, and you. And then he has to fix that, and he has to have what he does. You're talking every bit about $400,000 a year. That's why you're talking about athletes and musicians and all that other kind of stuff. And that's cool. And what percentage of men make that kind of money?
Maybe 10, 15. I don't know, not that much.
Do you care if he's black? Do you care if he's black or not?
In California.
Do you care if he's black or not?
Yeah, I want him to be black.
So what percentage of black men? What percentage of black men?
Non-white.
What? See, when I'm talking, that means you stop. That's the only one rule. Can we agree to that, please?
Yes. Yes.
Because it's disrespectful. What percentage of black men earn over $400,000? You say 10, 15%?
Maybe 30.
It's mesmerizing. Cleaning that greasy mess with Dawn Platinum.
And not even scrubbing.
Well, fluff my feathers. It cuts through the slimy stuff better than their old dish soap, removing 99% of grease. That's why only Dawn is trusted to save wildlife.
I chose the .ca because, to be honest, I didn't really even consider anything else. Being a Canadian in a Canadian company, it almost feels like .canada to me. We are Hermson's Hockey, and we own a .ca.
And where'd you go to college?
Cal State LA.
Would you be surprised to find out that 10% of American males earn $100,000 or more? 10% make $100,000 or more. When you're talking about making $250,000 or more, that's 3%. Making $400,000, you're talking about 1% of American men. And when you talk about black men, it's roughly about 10%, half of 1%. So if I had 100 black men, you're talking about one in that room. And let me ask you this. That one man can meet your socioeconomic standards, right? Which are pretty high. That means he can meet a lot of women. Why would he choose you over the thousands of other women who are coming at him?
Because I'm natural and I am willing to work. I have been working if I needed to. And I don't have any kids, and I'm cute, and I'm willing and able to do what I need to do as a wife or mother. What more would he want? I don't, I'm not fat. I got a degree. It's not a master's, but it's something.
So you think a man goes out here and makes himself a top 1% man and that's like an athlete. And to win at that level, what do you get if you win? What do you get when you win a championship?
A ring.
Or what is it commonly known as? A trophy, right?
Yes.
Are you a trophy wife?
I can be.
I didn't ask, can you? Are you a trophy wife?
Definitely I am.
What would you rank yourself? Just your face, fresh face out of the shower.
Well, I'm fresh right now, so I'll say like an 8.
An 8? So you put yourself up there with Beyonce?
Yeah. Okay. I'm a little bit younger than Beyonce, and I still look like I'm in my 20s.
So, again, you're Monique. You think that a man, just because you're natural and you're cute, what else could he want? All right,
Okay.
So, do you plan on homeschooling your children?
No. If I don't
private school, private or public school?
probably private,
Okay. So do you plan on having a housekeeper,
definitely.
a maid?
I have one now.
So you're gonna have someone else to help prepare meals too?
No, I cook really well.
Okay. So in other words, all you're going to do is incubate a child.
No. You made that sound so
Well, you weren't famous before you are now.
You said she belongs to the street. Look it, I waited so long to be able to have kids and to do everything. I always wanted to really do everything right. So that's why I never
Why are you? What kind of profession would a man need to have in order to make $400,000 or more legally?
maybe a lawyer. I dated a few lawyer people before.
Lawyer people.
I don't know, a professional and
No. I want specifics. You're 30, almost 40. You're closer to 40 than you are to 30. I need you a little more specific. You said a lawyer. You dated lawyer people. Okay, good. You dated lawyer people. What other kind? Okay.
I dated
What? No. I asked you what kind of professions. We got.
a teacher,
Excuse me. What kind of teacher?
I'm a teacher, an English teacher,
At what level?
high school.
High school English teachers make almost $500,000 a year, do they?
Probably, I don't know. I didn't seem like that much, but yeah, they were. I mean, they weren't poor. They have a nice car. They know if they make, depending on what district they're in or what city, then yeah.
So I want you to understand. So the people at the local high school are making $400,000 on a teaching certificate.
Well, I mean, depends on where you say local. You mean local?
Yeah. Okay. What else, man? Okay, man. Okay. Teachers. Then what else? Lawyers and teachers. What else?
Regular working people, people that own.
No. Professions, man. I'm asking. This is just something. It's not a trick question. You want a man that's earning this kind of money, you should at least be able to understand what he should do for a living.
I dated people that.
I didn't ask you to date it. I asked you what kind of profession.
Cannabis.
Cannabis is not a profession. Cannabis is a rapper, but it's not a profession.
I'm talking about in the medical marijuana industry. Like, but big though.
Okay. What else? What else?
And who else have I dated?
Man, please. Man, I need you to look forward. I need you. You're talking again. I asked you what professions. I'm not asking you who you dated.
Sean and I are celebrating 3 years together, and what better way to celebrate than with a private, relaxing weekend getaway just for the two of us? When we travel, we like to find homes that are unique, and fortunately, there's plenty to be found on Verbo. The home we booked couldn't have been more perfect. It's quaint, cozy, and the aesthetics were gorgeous, make it the perfect place to unwind and connect. After settling in, we cooked a delicious dinner for each other, and then wrapped our night with a hot tub soak by the fire pit. Book now with Verbo for travel made easier now than ever before.
I'm simply asking you of the wide world out there, what kind of professions would a man need to have to make $400,000 or more legally? At 36 years old and a college graduate, you should be able to focus and answer that question.
A probably a barber that works on set. You know, it's just different. It just depends on what level you on of your profession. Period. You could be a barber and you could a barber off
So I want you guys to understand. I want you to understand, ma'am, do not overtalk me. What the fuck is wrong with you? I've asked you that so many times.
I want you. Okay, I'm answering the question. You get it,
But
man.
you cannot overtalk me.
Okay, I'm listening now.
Yeah. You was talking about lawyers, teachers, cannabis, and a barber. Only one of those has the potential of really doing that consistently. And that's only some sort of attorneys. And my point is, man, if you can't identify the professions that a man must have, how are you going to identify which men you need to put yourself in front of? Because you said you're putting yourself out there more. You can't even tell us what professions.
I just did.
No, you really didn't. Because in the comment section, you don't see all these hearts going up. When I'm in the comment section when this video is over, you hear people talking about a teacher or a barber making $400,000. They're not going to be very please, man, stop. I'm trying to help. Stop.
Okay.
They're not going to be very kind because it sounds crazy. And if I will shut this shit down and finish it on my own. I don't need, you've already fucked yourself up enough. I'm trying to help you dig your way out. But if you really want me to, I'll finish it on my own. So you're 36 years old. You're talking about what, and all you're talking about is you bring your cute self to the table. That's a just reward. That's a just trophy. And you're going to have kids in private school and a housekeeper.
Yeah.
Do you earn over 6 figures?
Definitely.
What's your profession?
Right now, I'm a stripper. I dance all over. I go state to state. Because you know why?
There you go, people.
I was working as a.
There you go.
I was working.
There you go, people. And see, I knew 15 minutes ago what I was talking to. And it's not about being a dancer. I've worked in, I did business in clubs. I like strippers and this, but it's about a mindset. You ain't learned nothing. You ain't learned nothing because you still talking like you on the pole. You still talking like a 19-year-old girl. You ain't talk. You don't even know the professions. You've been in these places. You dance. You got money. You haven't even been able to identify your targets appropriately. Low class, low rent, low rank. Get out of here.
Before we end this video, this conversation really exposes a hard truth that a lot of people don't want to face. You cannot spend your prime years chasing lifestyle, attention, and convenience, then suddenly expect a top-tier outcome without paying the cost. Life does not work like that. Time keeps score, whether you acknowledge it or not. What we saw here wasn't confidence. It was confusion. Confusing looks with leverage. Confusing dating access with marriage value. Confusing desire for provision with deserving provision. Wanting a man in the top 1% to fund your entire life while offering little structure, preparation, or realism is not a plan. It's a gamble. Marriage is not a fantasy role. It's responsibility, duty, and sacrifice on both sides. A man who earns at an elite level doesn't just want attraction, he wants peace, cooperation, discipline, and long-term value. Those qualities don't magically appear at 36 because someone decides they're ready now. This video isn't about hating women or shaming choices. It's about accountability. Every choice compounds. Every delay costs something. And ignoring reality doesn't stop reality from collecting. If this conversation made you uncomfortable, that's not an accident. Growth starts where comfort ends. The message here is simple. Be honest with yourself early. Understand what you want, understand what it costs, and prepare accordingly. Because entitlement doesn't age well. Hit like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Keep it respectful. And as always, make sure to support Kevin Samuel's original channel to help preserve his legacy. We'll see you in the next one.
4 weeks ago, we washed my dog's blanket and it still smells great, all thanks to Downy Unstoppables. I was concerned that the scent would be overpowering. It was the opposite. It's the perfect amount. I genuinely love Unstoppables. One of the best things you'll ever buy.
I had actually never built a website before, but Fiverr had exactly what I needed. For us to go from idea to market in 3 months was unheard of, and we could not have done it without Fiverr freelancers. Go to fiverr.com and start scaling your business.
Welcome back to my channel. Tonight's caller is 25 years old, convinced that life and dating are still wide open because the world is big. She believes she has time options everywhere and that marriage can be figured out later. But when Kevin starts asking the real questions, income, preparation, marriage timelines, and what she actually brings to the table, the fantasy quickly starts to fall apart. Hit like, subscribe, and make sure you support Kevin Samuels' original channel to help keep his legacy alive.
Is it over? I would not say so. Just because I think there's just too many people in the world for it to be over. You know what I mean?
What do you mean too many people in the world?
I mean the opportunities to meet someone new, or someone who's
Where do you
really
live?
big. I live in Philly.
Most people don't live in Philly.
They don't. That's very true. Slim pickings here, I'd say. But in comparison, if I travel, if I really want to meet
When's
somebody,
the last time you've been out of the country?
2013, I think.
Where'd you go?
I went to Spain.
All right,
I ran basketball.
so basically, so it's 2000.
I was like, this is really
it's
fun. If I was like
2021
too
right
young
now.
today.
You're
Yeah. Huh?
2021 right now. And did you work? You said you were with your family when you were to Spain?
No, I went with the basketball group. I was literally there for 2 weeks to run basketball camps. It was not a
Okay,
trip.
so you didn't pay for it.
No, I didn't pay. I did pay for it actually. Yeah, of course.
How much did it cost you?
But like, so I was 18 when I went. So the intention was never to go there to date or meet anybody.
How
So
much
if
did
I
it
were to
cost you
travel,
when you went?
it costs like $2,000
You ain't been
to
out
stay
of the
there for
country.
to stay there for 2 weeks. But again, it was pay. I mean, my
You
mom
been
paid
out of
for it.
so, no, see, what I'm trying to show is how unrealistic what you just said. I don't think it's over because how big the world is. And you ain't never been out of the country on your own money.
Right, but if I wanted to, I could. Right. I was too young back then. If I wanted to now, of course
I
I
don't know,
could.
could you?
Yeah, I could.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a leasing consultant.
And in Philly, how much you making annually?
Enough to try if I wanted, but I think
I don't know what that means. Why, see, y'all can't get on here and play bullshit with me. You can't put out there and say I could do it if I wanted to. When I ask about it, you'll get vague. Then it's gonna be bad.
I just don't want to put my financial situation out there.
Well, then I'm gonna call bullshit because then if you could, you would.
Well, I don't feel the need to
All right,
because
okay,
I
whatever. You're a
feel
leasing consultant in apartments. Out.
yeah.
All right, you ain't rich. You're middle
Not,
class.
definitely not rich.
You're middle class. That's the point. See,
Yeah,
this
but
is why things go bad because there was no reason to come in here and make this situation anything other than a pleasant conversation. You start off
what's
with
pleasant about it?
well, when you start becoming evasive, when you say no, I'll tell you what was unpleasant because this is I don't think sometimes a lot of you black women realize how shitty you're being. You think being snarky and impolite is just normal.
Right.
So I'll tell you what was wrong. When I sat back, when I said, is it over? He said, no, because of the opportunities of all the people around the world. And then I went to test that.
Yeah.
Have you been out of the country? Yes. On your
Well,
own,
I think you were
no.
assuming that I had exhausted all of my
Are you paying
options
attention to how you
here.
got there?
Well, I haven't exhausted all my options
Are
here
you
yet.
are you paying attention to how we got to the snarky part yet?
No, 'cause I don't think I was being snarky. I think it would be different if I had exhausted all
Hey,
my options
hey,
here.
hey. That's not how this shit works.
How does it work?
You're about to find out real quick. You don't get to change the subject and do that. If I was talking about something, we're going to stay on that subject. Oh, you feel free to strike up your own Instagram and talk about whatever you want to. That's rude. How old are you?
I apologize.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
And in Philly, and I understand, and Philly got some of the worst women in the world.
Am I one of them?
So far, you're right on par. I'm proud of it too.
No, I apologize.
You ain't got to apologize. This what you got to deal with, not me. This is how you go into conversations with people you don't even know, just making it, pissing and shitting all over the place just because. It's cool. It was unnecessary.
All right, so let's talk about what you wanted to talk about then.
Well, 25-year-old, you got the floor. Go ahead, because I was going down the path, but apparently I don't know what I'm talking about. So you got it. Tell
No,
us why
it's
it's not
your.
over.
This is your platform. I'm just.
Oh,
a
I've
guest.
already tried it my way, but apparently you got something else. So you go ahead.
It all begins with her, but her tomorrow begins with you.
Humanity is uplifting women and children around the world through compassion, education, and hope.
When a mother finds help, her whole family feels the relief. Humanity, together with its partners on the ground, provides that help around the world through clean water, healthcare, food, and more.
Ramadan Mubarak!
Please act now. Your help is urgently needed.
Be her blessing.
Josh was just a creative guy with great ideas until he started creating with Artlist's all-in-one AI platform.
And now, Josh is the largest studio in Hollywood. Let's take a look inside.
This is where Josh eats breakfast every day. It takes Josh 12 days to create these incredible films, unlike a standard production that may never get done. This is the phone where he recorded his original voice memos.
An unconventional love story between a garbage man and
Here's Josh working on his award-winning films with Artlist.
And this is where the magic happens.
Hey guys, anyone got gum?
Do you think I'll get credit for this?
No, absolutely not.
Experience the magic of a Hollywood studio right from your bedroom with Artlist AI.
No, I think I want to talk about what you want to talk about. People don't want to watch this to hear what I want to talk about. They want to hear what you want to talk about. So I want to listen to that.
When's the last time you had a relationship?
Like 5 months ago.
How long did that last?
It's 3 years.
And who ended it?
I ended it.
Why?
I ended it because it was just becoming toxic. I think when I started the relationship, I wasn't ready probably. I don't think either of us were really ready. So it just kind of spiraled. So before we hated each other, we just decided to just get out.
What does toxic mean? Toxic is a buzzword that women throw around like men throw around entrepreneur.
Sure. Toxic in the sense that it was just this cycle of hurting each other that we couldn't seem to stop. It's not healthy for either of us.
Okay. So what do you want? Do you want to be married one day?
Eventually, yeah. But I think that relationship kind of just
You want
taught
children?
me. If I want children, yeah.
How many?
Yeah. 2. Max.
So what do you mean eventually? You're 25.
Eventually,
Right? You're
yeah, I mean,
25, right?
yeah.
You're 25. So eventually,
I
there's
mean,
no
eventually.
there's a time there's a clock that all you women biologically have to deal with. So you can't just say eventually. There needs to be a time frame. You're
Yeah, I
almost
guess.
so when? By what age would you like to be married by?
I guess I would ideally I would want to be married by 32. I'd say safely.
Uh-huh.
So
How
yeah,
much
so
have you married before you have your first kid?
for like 2 years. So I guess I would be married. I would.
Okay, so you'd be married at 32, 2 years before you had your first kid. So you wouldn't start having kids until you're at geriatric pregnancy, 35.
No. You So I mean, I should have said ideally I want to be married at 30, have kids at 32. But be married by 32 for sure.
Uh-huh. So
You know?
another sister that thinks that you should start worrying about getting married at the wall. 30 is too old for
I
me.
just want to be ready for marriage. I mean, I just want to be ready. I don't want to just rush and get married just for the sake of, you know?
Well, I would say this: your mother and father married.
They were, and my mom was a special. She actually had me when she was 37. So I mean, special
Uh-huh.
case. It doesn't happen often.
So your
but
mother. So does your mother? How many children does your family have?
it's just me, which is why I feel like I need to have kids.
No, that now explains a lot. This is the only children, especially only children of the women, some of the most difficult, problematic people.
Yeah.
They're
Why?
spoiled, selfish, delusional.
Okay.
Only child syndrome is real. So, yeah.
What?
So, what kind of dog do you have?
I don't have it. I'm a cat person.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but where'd you go to college?
I went to Drexel.
You have a graduate degree?
No, I don't have a graduate degree.
You plan on going to grad school?
It's not in the cards right now. I don't have plans to do it. I might.
Where'd you get your undergrad?
I would just. I went for biology and athletic training.
So now comes a hard question. Why did you go to college to become an apartment leasing agent?
Why did I? Oh, I think as you move along in life, you just realize that you don't have, you're not married to whatever you went to college for, and choose different career paths if you want.
What did you plan on doing with that?
I planned on doing. I mean, I plan on doing athletic training, of course, but then I just realized.
Athletic training for whom?
Yeah.